Um, looking real good right now for Team Zero, and there it is. We called it, ladies and gentlemen, off screen. That's how fast these things are going. They are the winners. And ladies, and you know what that means? You know what makes me happy about that is that we're gonna get to go into the battle royale scene right now. And congratulations, first and foremost, to Team Zero moving on into the majors, and we'll be in touch. Congrats. Thank you so much for everybody who played in arenas today. It is a 8-team tournaments that we're doing. It's a one-day tournament. You play, and if you win, you advance to the majors. The majors will have 16 teams, and we will run that. And then, of course, the finals will have only 8 teams. And pretty much everybody's going to be fighting. The championships will be 8 teams. So you get yourself in now while you can. Still enough time to sign up to those. But forget about all that. We're already thick into it. This is a marathon for my casters. I want to thank them for even sticking around for the 4 hours, which was supposed to be 3 for arenas. We had an extra hour there. But man, look at this game right now, guys. What are you seeing right here? You got 10 well, we got 9 teams left. It's still very early. We got DIB back in the building. You know these guys. These guys were here and they are back. They might have got eliminated from arenas, but they've always performed well in these battles. And Kyle, can you just break it down on what you've experienced playing against these teams and just give us your thoughts in general about the battle royale scene with our community, with some of the teams you saw, and then we get Why Not also to take over while I go get me some water.
Yeah, no problem. No, with a lot of these teams like DIB, Raven, DNA, these guys consistently, they might not do as great in the arenas when it comes to 3v3s, but these guys play the field a lot more. They do the rotations, they know the maps, and it's all down to RNG as well. And you loot when you first drop. It's a completely different game from your arenas, and just like you're showing here, DIB are still in. They've got kills, they're getting placement, and they're sitting happy in the middle of the zone, just forcing people out right now.
I'm loving what I'm seeing out of DIB, and as you said, I mean, maybe arenas isn't their exact playstyle, but I mean, we're already seeing a different sort of playstyle on the battle royale. You notice all those shields around set up for all these shield swaps. This is things you can't do in arenas, but they're well prepared as this circle is starting to get smaller and smaller. We're down to only 7 squads left. The moment that Octane player starts to take too much damage, he's going to swap it out for one of those purple shields that are laying right on the ground right next to him. Again, strategies you're not going to see ultimately in team arenas, but are very well used in here in the battle royale. I actually remember watching the it was the European version of the ALGS. It was casted by my boy Onset. I've worked with them plenty of times, and I saw a lot of these teams actually utilizing Loba and really working those armor swaps with Loba. Those are the strategies I love to see. I'm a Loba main myself, so I love seeing it. And look at that, armor swaps ready to go. He has 3 times on the R301 Anvil receiver, purple mag, and even a purple stabilizer. Kyle, I think he's ready to fight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't even understand how people can use a 301 in a small area like that with a 3 times, but I mean, they're ready. He's wiggling back and forth. They're just itching for this zone to close. They know they've got it. Everybody has to push towards them. They're just waiting, and there you go. The push is coming. He's had to drop the armor swap immediately, and right at the back corner where he pulls back a bit, they've got more armor swaps lined up. They've just got lines and lines of defense. They're just waiting for everybody to come up.
I remember playing
dropping.
I remember playing one ranked matchup where it was actually on this Olympus as well, and I made it over to this random room as the circle was going in, and there was a room of about maybe 25 different purple and red armors, and I was like, "Are these guys cheating?" I'm like, well, what the heck is going on here? Like, there was literally about 25 different armors, and my buddy was like, "No, I mean that teams will do that. They will literally drop their armor, go out and get some more, bring it back, utilize Loba to steal other people's armor, and eventually, if they really want to slow things down to a snail pace, they will have one room of about 20 armors." It was the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life, Kyle. Let me tell you.
No, I know it is beyond a joke. It used to be, it did used to be back in the day.
Oh, no.
Ooh. He's not gonna get. Ooh, is he gonna get into the zone? He's trying, but he's gonna fall. He's just keeping up as much as he can, getting that second placement, and it's done.
Ladies and gentlemen, what type of finish was that? I was trying to get my water here, but man, that was pretty crazy. The way this ended, a little bit odd. The team got stuck under trying to rat it out, and they lost a round. And man, this is awesome. You know why? Because we're officially in the battle royale scene. Now we can focus in and get involved on that. And I'm going to send over the codes to our casters and myself, get in there a little bit so we can get into that server and enjoy the action for the next couple minutes here. So let's go. It is looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We are just getting started, and we're going to break down the format and everything for you guys right here, right now, so you can see what's going on. Let's talk format. Apex Legends Champions Legacy Tournament Series has a very unique format. It is called Match Point, a system that Respawn themselves created for their tournaments. We decided to take that format and add some extra twists to bring more excitement for the community. Going to break it down into details to help you understand exactly what to expect. 20 teams will enter into our private lobbies to play Battle Royale. Teams will be facing each other to reach and score 50 points. Once they reach 50 points, that threshold makes them eligible for a chance to win the next game. The way they get to 50 is through placement points and elimination points. Placement points are as follows, as you see on the screen. First place gets 12, second gets 9, third place gets 7, etc., etc. Elimination points are where we add multipliers. The first round, each kill will be 1 point. On the second round, it'll go up to 2. In the third round, it'll go up to 3. As you can tell, each round will boost the number of points you get per elimination, adding more excitement. When a team does reach 50, when they reach the threshold for match point, they are eligible to win the whole game. But the only way they can win is if they place first place after reaching 50. So your team wants to get high placement and as many kills as possible to make it there. The exciting part is, as the rounds progress, kills are worth more points, and they will give other teams chances to catch up if they can perform well. There can only be one winner in this tournament. This isn't a highest score match. This is who can reach 50 and then become first place winners of the next match after reaching 50. This is the format, and we hope you guys enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, man, I'm hyped. It's so good. We're just starting the battle royale scene, and we had arenas just now, and it was so good as far as these teams performing well, showcasing that they have what it takes. And we're still early. We're still very early into it, but we want you to feel comfortable and enjoy yourself with us. Also, this is the roadmap. I want to talk about it for a quick second before we start. But pretty much we're gonna get into the second game once Envy tells me that we can go. She's gonna, and all of the scores and players, just a lot of stuff in the background that I don't talk about because I want to try to keep the presentation professional. But man, it's a lot of work, guys. But that being said, we are gonna take off with the next game. We are in game 2. You just saw game 1 finish of the battle royale portion of our tournament series, and we are just beginning to go forward. We've had several hundred people come in and watch on and off, and we thank you guys from YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, all the streaming outlets that we're on right now live at this very moment. Thank you so much for the love and support. We are getting started. So this is a qualifier, guys. You are watching the qualifier right now. And basically, these teams get to advance into the majors. Just like the arenas, this is a separate thing. But these majors offer the chance to get into the championships, win some prizes, and go forward from there. And it's going to be a blast tonight, because I just love the battle royale scene. Really do. So it's going to be fun to see how this all works out when it comes to who's the top team. There's so many teams that's been wanting to win and playing and not being able to win it all. And there's teams who are brand new and just, you know, DMing me their stories, people who come over to my stream and tell me their personal stuff where they're playing with their family and they're just grateful to be able to jump in these and try to compete. You know, things like that. So there's a lot of little storylines that we can get into and we'll discuss going forward. So we hope you guys enjoy it as much as I enjoy it. And let's see what happens. Envy, we're gonna go. How's the leaderboards looking? Oh, okay. No, I was gonna display it before we start the game 2. Hey, we're gonna go to game 2, which is awesome, and then have some fun with that as we go forward. So everybody, buckle your seatbelts, lock in. Everything is looking just right. Shout out to Envy carrying me here in the background, doing an amazing job. We got to get EA and those guys. I know y'all be watching. Y'all probably watching right now. Send me emails and stuff. Guys from all over, from different companies in EA. Yeah, we got to talk soon. So game 2 with a lot of great teams. All right, you have a long list, and we're gonna go through all of them and kind of just highlight each person that we can, that we know about, and then the new teams, check them out and see what they got to offer. Just, they got to bring some flavors, some excitement, something new to the table, or maybe something that we already seen before but done perfectly. There's a lot of aspects. But before we continue, we just want to give a shout out to Why Not for coming by and streaming, and co-hosting with me, doing an amazing job, giving me a break for these long double headers. I've been lucky enough to have people come by, and today I'm lucky enough to have also for the battle royale scene a man who's sticking around for the whole event, the one and only Cowsworth, jumping on board. He'll be here shortly, and we are set for game 2 of these matches, and we're gonna see a couple of teams that just kind of scroll through. We got Hit That 30, and we have the Salty Wave. DIB, the originals, are in here live. Haunted United, they're back. That was a team that was around a while ago. Villains, UMP coming in with the fire. This is a great team that's on top of the battle royale scene when they play. Sweats, I like the name. Blue Devils, okay. Team Pug, we know these guys. They come in pretty hot and heavy, and we're gonna see what they can do overall. Team Seriously, oh my gosh, who comes up with these names, guys? And this is an interesting setup today. R99 South and R99 East, what North, are both in the lobby, so you might see them fight each other. Who knows how that will play out? It's going to be interesting. Some really good teams that are really trying to build an esports scene, and we encourage teams to build branches and have multiple teams, because it just gives you a family to work with and to get better with and to play against or with. So shout out to them. And another team that's interesting, Shameless here, who is a team of a family, just family playing together, enjoying the game while being competitive. And this is important to me as the host. Why? Because this means, unity. This is what we do this for, to build communities. As my own personal goal in life is to inspire others to create, healthy communities, positive places, and positive memories. When I hear a team like this has joined, it makes me root for them, even though I'm not supposed to root for anybody. I am rooting for them. Say it honestly, as a caster, your job is never to be biased, but I do want to see them succeed somewhat, just because of that family focus gameplay. So we'll see what happens with those guys. Real As It Gets is another team. What is going on? Oh my goodness, folks. Okay, I'm getting challenged on these servers, and here we go. We're gonna keep a watch out as we go forward. And let's get back to where we were, just naming all these teams, kind of breaking it down. We're missing out on some action, though. Seriously is in a fight with Paper Chasers. Paper Chasers definitely chasing that paper, but it looks like Inch is right next door, too. So there's 3 teams here, a nice third-party type of situation. And at the moment, you love what you're seeing from Inches right now, wiping out Paper Chasers easily here and getting all of their loot. One of the best things about taking a team out is not that you killed them and you're cool or whatever. Honestly, it's just free loot. They spent 10 minutes looting, and then you come up, creep up on them, take all of the stuff they have without having to rotate or do anything. So it's actually a good way to play safe too. If you can take the teams out and you can eliminate them, then it's a smart way to play. So pretty interesting stuff. I'm gonna take a audio break here and just let this play for a second. I'll be right back. And ladies, we're back with some amazing stuff. Apologies, my mic was off for a second, but I'm officially back, and we're looking at Team Sushi, trying to scan and see if they see any enemies, using that good rotation from Valkyrie. To me, one of the legends you must have, a must have right now in any battle royale match. I just think she's good to go, and she could take the place of many characters for you, do a lot of good things for the team and for herself.
Is slowly becoming more and more of a staple note for nearly every team nowadays.
Definitely. I mean, the meta changes and you want it to change. I think, you know, there was a conversation I had a month ago when I was saying, you know, some legends start to not suck, but lose their popularity, get a little nerfed or just ignored, and people start changing their way they play, and it's the community that controls that, but also the developers giving us some buffs, some changes, and Apex has seen a lot of it, and I don't think they get credit for that, for the amount of consistent changes as far as trying to improve the game and to give us something a little better every time. You know, even Mirage, who has never really got his day officially, you know, Valkyrie comes along, she gets her day, her month, her probably the rest of the year, I don't know, but she gets her day, and then the other legends become very powerful, and so it's interesting. And speaking of interesting, right now Sushi about to become some Sushi if they don't step it up on their positioning here and try to just push this team who's pretty much very vulnerable. They want to take advantage of this and pretty much hope to down one of their players. And honestly, even if you don't, and they do down one player, but even if you don't down a player, then Kyle, I always talk about this, farming damage. Even though it's a tournament, farming damage is a viable way to go, because then you'll be ready for the end game when you get to the final ring. So even if they don't take this fight and they backed off, which they're being extra aggressive here, but if they backed off, they can have purple shields. As you can see now, he's on purple, very comfortable, and he can pick up another fight and continue that to build it up all the way to red. Thoughts on that, Kyle?
No, yeah, I agree with you completely. If you've got nothing to do and you've got range, you may as well just poke it out and get some of that. Level up your Evo shields to your purples, to your reds, and just sit pretty for the end zone. But I'm seeing right now, R99 South is running. The team's been wiped and the Octane is just being chased down across Rift.
Yeah, I'm seeing him, and I mean, you know, Octane, since you're a main him, I've main him a little bit, Season 8 and Season 9, on and off, just like, since I don't main nobody, but I did play him, one of the most played for me. I take pride in not having a main, but he's so incredible when it comes to escaping situations, and people always think of him offensively, but I like his defense too. When we need to escape, if your teammate's down and you want to res him and try to get him out of the situation, you can throw your jump pad. He can jump pad away from the fight while he's down. There's a lot of ways to play Octane.
As well was getting collapsed on by 3 teams, and they've just been absolutely wiped.
It's looking like Pub also about to get wiped, getting hit really hard by Team Live, doing a good job chasing them down. One last player alive, and Pug just trying to survive.
Yeah, real as it gets as well is in a 2v3 at the minute. And their Octane's just gone down, so it's going to be a 1v3, but they're trying.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. It's looking like Shameless, the team with the family, trying to survive, but they get taken out. And good stuff by them. Still pretty early, 11 teams left. A lot of action left. This is where it starts to get real, where the teams trying to get placement also are going to start slowing down their gameplay a bit. And then the teams that are super aggressive will have better chances because everybody's rotating to the to the rings here. You know, ring 3 and 4 will just open that door of rotations.
Team 1 inch is moving in on Avengers by the looks of it.
Yeah, and Avengers sitting here on the towers, very comfortable. Look at this, free shots, baby. What a flank.
1 inch did not know they were there.
Man, you sit there, do not stare into a crate, all right? I don't care what supply package nonsense you see. Grab and go, or you're gonna get blown. And that's what we just saw. Avengers avenging the looting, hoarding players. And right now they have sweats right next door on the other tower. I don't like this area. To me, this area reminds me of cages in Kings Canyon, where everybody can rotate on you from every angle, and if you stay in a fight long enough, they're gonna rotate on you, if it's a team that wants those kills and points and things like that. So how would you play this here, Kyle? What is your next move in this situation?
Usually we completely try to avoid all of this mess that's on the bottom side of the map here, from all your rotating domes downwards. We try and avoid that completely. We will stay up by the top end of gardens, by the open field, and just wait there. Usually there's not as many teams. For some reason, everybody gravitates to the center of the map where all these choke points are, and all these open spaces where you can just get dived on by Octanes and Revenants. We have none of that. We'll just Valkyrie away, go sit up in gardens, let you all kill each other for free, give us free placement points in RP, and we'll sit and pray.
For sure, and this is a good position for Avengers. They're just sitting high, comfortable. Again, I don't like being in this area specifically, but the ring is closing here, so it's not like they're choosing a bad spot. Overall, I say it's a bad spot in general when you're playing, but if it's the final ring, Revenant, coming out, baby. Oh my goodness, is it gonna work? Let's go check them out right now. Hit that 30, trying to bring that Revenant. I said I was gonna be a Revenant main for the next 2 weeks, but I messed up. I started playing regular characters because I forgot I said I was gonna do that. Revenant's a lot of fun though. The new climbing is pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. So usually right about now, where I'd be is exactly where Haunted Unite is. And they're taking a lot of damage. They've got one man down at the moment.
Yeah, Haunted is not sitting so good right now, and they got Sushi right below them, and they're in the middle of their situation. But I'm cautious to see how that plays out. I like what I'm seeing by Avengers. They're suppressing Team 30 here and just pushing them back and downing one of their players already. So looking really comfortable and being able to farm damage. If they can finish him off, they get an extra 100. Sitting pretty.
It's just a bloodbath at the minute. There is 5 teams just going at each other. Don't even know which team is actually fighting who, or if
Avengers right now, they're battling. And I mean, there's so much going on. It's true. I mean, Avengers definitely are the ones with the high ground in one of the best positions right now and sitting comfortable. Every teammate with purple. I mean, they farming. One player gets to red right now. Overall, they're just.
I think I've got to disagree though. Haunted, since they won their fight, they have got, in my opinion, God spot. They've got all of that high to themselves. They've got half the zone. If they pushed up to gatekeep people out from that ramp, they'd be completely fine. Everybody would have to force a fight to that ramp.
Yeah, I like what you're saying here, and I don't disagree with the perspectives. It depends on where this ring's closing. It does look like it's going to close right up top at the gardens from the way the ring works. The rings are a little harder to predict in the beginning when they're first released. You can predict every ring, but now they give it a little bit of a change here and there once in a while. You can predict it mostly, and it looks like it's going to end at rings. I mean at garden, and we'll find out in just a second. And if it does, hey, more power to us. We get a little bit of action where Kylesworth was talking about. But as we say so, if you take a look at the map right now, we'll zoom in on it. It's ending in towers, exactly where Avengers and the other team is. So while Kyle was right about that being the best position, it's also about the ring and holding the spots. And of course, you can't always predict where the ring's going to be. For me, if anybody just pays attention to the ring, if it's pulling to one side, it's usually going to that side most of the time. But they kind of randomize it a little bit, so it's harder to predict on that from my little bit of studies. I don't study it too hard, but
I'm gonna say Team Live are in a prime position as well. They've got all that underground bit with all the buildings. They can just lock that down. They have a Watson. If they can get all the fences up and hold that, they won't have to do anything until the final zone.
that would be amazing. And this is one of those games where I've seen it before, but it's not the best. But basically, one team's above, one team's below, and it's just survive the final ring battle, and it's no the heel battle, a heel off per se. So we'll see if that ends up being the case. I mean, if they're smart with it and they play that part, and it looks like they want to stay down there, just hold it, and it could be exactly what they asked for. And oh my goodness, they're bringing that Revenant. Man, I'm loving the tournament bringing Revenants out. I know that sometimes he's shunned upon, but man, he's so much fun and he's scary. In this game, the only one of the few things is when Revenant ults is popped, I can hear it. I'm like, oh, they got a Revenant. I start screaming. I get excited because I know we got to try to counter it. And that is a very, very fun thing to play with. Great stuff. They use it, but they didn't use it. So pretty much a waste. But they are trying to hold teams off and keep them back. So it's a smart move not to get too aggressive and lose their positioning. And speaking of lose positioning, we're going to see a fight over here. Looks like Team Haunted wants to get into some action right here. They're going to try to hold this high ground at the towers, and they keep on picking shots away as much as they can. It's looking like 30's ratting it out. Salty Wave trying to stay in controls at the towers, and they have a really good spot. They don't have to worry much as far as rotating goes. So Salty Wave, a new team that's come on board trying to make a name for themselves tonight, and doing a good job having a decent position, but the team that we thought had the good ground, and that's why these rings are very critical, because it makes you rotate. You know, we thought Live could have kept this for the whole game. They'll probably make it until the fourth round before they have to pick I mean, the fourth team where they have to actually pick a fight here. They can rotate in slowly. But it's looking like UMP sees them and wants to keep pushing them back.
Just taken on Salty Wave. A solo on hit that has just taken out 2 members of Salty Wave on his own.
Yeah. It's looking real good. That's that Octane fire, man. And on top of that, right next door, you know, we're looking at Haunted waiting for some action too. So there's going to be a lot of good teams. I'm liking where UMP is, a team that we've talked about very little today, but that's a top team. They have, and you know, I have a list of teams that have been on top of every single tournament that we've held, and this is one of them. And of course, it's still early here, but they have the rotation spot. They're very comfortable where they're at.
Yeah, definitely. I've got to say, I'm quite surprised though that DNA and Raven are in the battle royale tonight. It's actually been a while since I've seen DNA.
Definitely. I also haven't seen DNA myself, and you know, hopefully he's doing good. And man, oh man, it's getting real right downstairs with Team Live and Avengers. And this EVA 8 just came out.
Absolutely hammering.
Just destroying here, not allowing them to heal, and good stuff right there by Team Live, surviving. They're down to 2 players. They need to go revive their teammate in a second here, but it's not looking good. They're getting scanned, and at the same time, UMP with the last 3 teams sitting very strong, very comfortable against Team Live with 1 player, and then Haunted, another team very comfortable. So this is pretty much a battle between Haunted United and Team UMP. These are the two teams with full players, and it's looking like right now Live kicking up one of his players, and he's probably going to be able to steal this game also. One of my favorite things to do when I play ranked solo is wait it out for the last two teams to fight and steal the win in the middle of the fight. And I've done it plenty of times on stream. I'm not the best player, but it's all about the timing of your play and knowing when to strike. If they know you're there, if there's a bloodhound, you're in trouble because they're going to come and get you. But if there isn't a bloodhound and they're fighting, you can get in on the action quick and stop both teams as they fight, taking down players. It's all about that timing, Kyle. And here we are in the last ring coming up, and only 3 teams, 2 full teams and then a 2-man team.
You took some bad damage there with Haunted getting up above them on the ramp. Just
Haunted's sitting pretty right now.
Building.
This is going to be super interesting because what's happening is you have team up layer upon layer. You got 3rd floor, 2nd floor, and 1st floor. The 1st floor down below, Team Live, 2 players. The 2nd floor is UMP, and the 3rd floor is Haunted. And right now, Haunted doing a good job just suppressing with all of these grenades, suppressing Team United. And they're going to use their ultimate. The thing is, everybody's safe. He's going to use an ultimate, and it's not going to do any damage to anybody unless somebody moves. And look at this, 2 Gibby ultimates happening at the same time, folks. Oh my goodness. And nobody's going to get hit with those because there's Gibby bubbles everywhere, and it's pretty much clear paths. And look at this, good stuff. They're starting to take out Team Live in the back corner here. And UMP also escaping out of there, trying to get down low. Oh my goodness, it's looking really good for Team Haunted for the 2nd game, cleaning up shop. And yes, they do. They were doing amazing, and there it is, Team Haunted with the 1st win of the day for them. That was a great game, and I like what I saw from them. They had the high ground, and I think, Kyle, you were liking where they were from the jump when they were in Gardens, and all of a sudden they come back and get position again, which is incredible. So I like it. I respect it. And we're going to take a quick look and see how this all played out. Tell me what you saw here and how this worked out, Kyle.
No, I love it with the Gibby ultimate, where you just sat there. They were all waiting. It was just they had great positioning from all the way up until the 2nd round. Yeah, after round 2, when they won the fight and they had all that tops in garden to themselves, they were just comfortable. They could just wait it, poke damage. They played it really well. And again, UMP as well. They played that really well. They held the corners. They just absolutely decimated the teams underneath them and got plenty of points. So there's going to be a lot of healthy points coming in for quite a few teams, I'd say, for this round. So it's quite well done for everybody, really.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this right here was really good because they made everybody get out of position and pretty much took over and finished it off nice and easy. That's the type of play you want to see when you watch these things. And man, oh man, just sending love and appreciation to everybody out there. This is game 2, and we're gonna keep it going. But before we do, I want to talk about a couple of things and give you guys an understanding. We're gonna showcase a couple videos, starting off with the roadmap so you can know more or less what's going on. These are qualifiers, and when we come back, we'll start these next game. We'll be on game 3. I'm gonna show you the leaderboards and more as we go forward. It's been pretty good so far. A lot of hard work today with arenas, and we're finally in. Welcome to Apex Legends by Court Battle League. We have a tournament series where everybody is invited to join. Whether you're PC or console, you can enter these tournaments and have a chance to advance and get into our championship series. tournament is based off of you guys. We have events every single week for you to enter for free right through our Discord. Head over there, check out the information. Feel free to contact me, Mag Gamer, and I will gladly help you out on how to get involved with this amazing community. And these tournaments have been a blast to organize and cast. So you're looking at the roadmap for our tournament series. The roadmap has many dates. Every single week we will have tournaments. So we don't have these dates here for you, but if you head to our Discord, you can check out our schedule and see when you can enter in our next events. These events are community events, meaning everybody is welcome to join. From here, you will be entering to compete to get into the majors. Just to take a quick look, closer look, these community events are for everyone and they have a chance to enter into our majors. The details about our community events are pretty simple. It's open to the public. Players can sign up and compete and hope to make it through this qualifier so that they can get into the majors. You wonder what the majors are. These are where only the top teams are able to enter. So once you win the community events, you will automatically be entered and advance to the majors. Majors will have an invite-only process. Moving on is after you make it into the majors, if you can win that, you will go into the championship rounds. These rounds are amazing with top tier teams and players. Only the best of the best and the winners of our majors will be able to compete in the championship rounds. This is going to be something that Core Battle League is excited to bring to you guys, and we can't wait to see who gets crowned the Champions Legacy. Taking a step back and looking at all of the roadmap, you, the community from here, will have a chance to compete in our tournaments to get into the majors. The majors will be announced sometime in July, and we will have you guys ready to go for the championships in August. So far, it's been an exciting time, and we have a lot more in store for you guys with this event, and we hope you enjoy our tournaments as they go on. This video will be used for the community to understand exactly what we have to offer. Once again, everybody is welcome to join these. They are every single week. They are free on every platform. If you have any questions, head over to the Discord, get all the information you need, and join us as we enjoy Apex Legends together. As your commissioner and your caster, this is Mad Gamer thanking you, and we hope you enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Always work behind the scenes, always work. And we are getting deeper down into it. The second game is done. You just heard about the qualifiers and getting into the majors and all of the details on that. We also broke down the format, which I will do very quickly. I'm not going to go over it too much. As if you're a player playing in these tournaments, listen, your job is to know these things. Don't play 2-3 games and ask me, hey, how do you win? Come on, man. So here it is right here for your knowledge. It's called a match point system. 20 teams jump into a lobby and they're trying to get to 50 using placement points and eliminations. If you place below 16 and below, you're not going to score anything. Of course, if you get first place, you get 12 points. For eliminations, it's 1 point for the first round, 2 points for the second, and 3 points for the third. So pretty much you're going to continue to add up on these points, and it's going to be special. So it's a really interesting tournament. We've done this already for almost 2 months, and the ending is always exciting and very interesting. It's something totally unexpected sometimes. Teams that barely made it to 50 find a way to win it all. Teams that have been dominating stay dominating. A lot of different storylines in these games. It's been a good time. Last week, a team who's played for every tournament ended up winning, and I got a little emotional. It's a little baby about it. It's like, oh my god, it was pretty fun, exciting, just on a level of knowing the struggle of trying to get there and feeling like giving up and then never giving up. It was pretty awesome. With that in mind, the scores are being kept. We're on game 3 shortly. Once we get a chance, we'll get you guys the update on all of that as we go forward. We're just taking our time right now, letting y'all know what Steve's setup is and how everything is going. It's been real good. You know, I love these battle royales. I think it's just something about it, man. Arenas is awesome. I love to play arenas and host them, but then battle royales, you know, you're dealing with a lot of teams, a lot of craziness that could happen, and the way things can change drastically is super interesting to me. So I love it. I love it. I love it. But with that in mind, we're hoping that these teams are on point, which sometimes they're not. I'm just gonna be real. I can't keep track of everybody, but I try. And so we're gonna let you check out our schedule, and we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, check out the schedule. Today, tomorrow, we have tournaments. Then next week also. We're going to try to figure some things out. We want to kind of remap the way we do these. We're learning about scheduling specifically. It's been really good. 3 hours per tournament, pretty much. There's only been 2 times we went over that, which was one today for arenas and then one for Battle Royale. So we thank you guys so much. We keep it under 3 hours for you guys. Excitement, entertainment. I think we're ready to go. We're going to probably start this match and then show you the leaderboards during the match, as NB got our hands full updating scores and dealing with players having to rename themselves and to be in the right position and things like that. So pretty cool that we got this going on. Thank you guys for tuning in and rocking with me. This is just the beginning. There's so much more going on with what we got happening. and we're going to expand and grow to continue to develop and be who we are. And we're gonna play in Kings Canyon on this next map. Should be interesting. And I'm super excited. The scoreboards are being updated right now as we speak, so I don't want to showcase them to you guys until they're official, because a lot of times you guys get a little bit too aggressive. All right, just gonna be real with y'all. Y'all get too aggressive. It ain't that serious. You know, the update is still happening. When we finish that, we'll definitely go. I think we can start. I'm gonna try to ask Envy if we can start. I don't want to begin without her confirmation, just because she's doing scores and things like that. So we want to wait for her. It looks like all the players are in. They have their names, which means they're doing their jobs. And we are almost getting ready to start this off as we go forward.
The scores are getting updated, guys. Sorry, it's taking me a little while, but
It's fine. Take your time. Take your time. Game 3, right? Am I right? That's game 3. We just saw game 2. Now we're going to game 3. To me, this is the most pivotal game because every elimination you do is 3 points. So imagine you wipe out a full team, you get 9 points off that. And then you just keep on building on your points from the kills and the placement. So you can pretty much score big and get to closer to 50 if you play it carefully on this next match for all those teams. And I'm sure there's going to be teams that already have 20, you know, somewhere close around there. And then with a big game on this next one, they can end up going up even higher and it can be special. I feel like this lobby today has some balanced players. I feel like it's a lot better balanced than it's ever been. The biggest, best players are already won. You know, we've already had over like 10, 15 tournaments and winners have been winning. And now we're going to get a more balance of great players, but everybody's a little more equal. So game 3 officially begins, and we're gonna see what all of these teams have as we go forward. And right now we're playing at Kings Canyon, a map that I truly love because it was the first map ever. And this isn't the original map because this, what people don't realize is, you know, you play other battle royales and it's the same map. They have like one map. They don't even change it in any way. They might add one little feature, but with this game, you know, they destroyed areas, they put new areas in. So it's a lot of different things. As we see right here, this is a whole new area that wasn't here when you originally played Kings Canyon on season 0. So, but let's move forward and check out some teams, see where everybody is, see what is going down. I just want to see that action, man. I'm gonna be honest. I want to see that action today. After all the arenas, I want to see where these players could do, how they could play, kind of study the game from afar. Somebody who plays a lot of it. The entertainment value here, instead of watching a basketball game or football game, I don't think older people will understand, and maybe you will if you're older, but this is a sport for us gamers. This is true. That's why it's called esports, and we do it because of that love for gaming, and we understand that it takes a lot of skill and a lot of effort to be this good, this coordinated, and work together with a team and kind of take it to the next level. So right now we're gonna see some action here with Team Inch deciding to back off the situation and continue to loot. And sometimes it's kind of like a unwritten agreement when teams disengage. They're just like, hey man, I'm gonna do me, get out of here, I'll see you later.
I think we've just missed it actually, Mag, because Team Haunted was there as well. I think 1 Inch has just beaten them out right off the bat from drop.
Nice, you like it. And that's what we want to see from teams. an aggressive play. You want to be able to push. And Kyle, I'm gonna pass it over to you and let you take over for a little while here, a couple minutes to see what you got when it comes to breaking down what we see from my view on the Discord. Show me, talk to me about this whole scenario being in Kings Canyon in general.
Yeah, well, this version of Kings Canyon altogether is a nightmare for third parties. It's just so easy to get around. So you'll rotate out like 1 inch is doing now, and next thing you know, you've either rotated into another team, or a team's rotating into you. There's no middle ground on this. There's no break like you get on Olympus. But they're just looting up, they're sitting pretty, they've got points already, they've wiped a squad that's 9 points in the bag already. All they need to do now is just wait it out. Or if they want, go kill hunting some more. So there's plenty of teams starting to engage now all over the map. If you can see the mini-map actually hit that 30, are in a fight right now. And Salty Wave as well has lost 2 members of their team, and the Octane's coming back now to recover the banners. It seems like the team that were fighting them has disengaged and left. But there's just going to be plenty of action in these first zones, but there are still plenty of teams spread out and taking it easy.
Got a moment of silence for Kyle, I think. And we're sitting here checking out Inch, but they not doing much. Gonna switch on over and try to see what's going on with Team Pug. A classic name only gamers know about. And right now we're looking at the pot shots. And oh my goodness, I'm always rooting for any team that has a crypto in it. One of the most underrated players in my opinion. They're trying to get into the map room and figure out what's going on over there. It's looking like they are going to push for it. They're going to get great guns here if they open that up, and they will. Oh, nope. Did we lose Kyle?
Yeah, I'm back. I just had a bit of an issue with the connection.
Oh,
Tried
my
to
fault.
kick me out.
Oh, man. Wonderful.
Now having a look today with these servers.
I don't know.
But it seems like teams are starting to rotate in, and a couple are being gate kept. Team DBI. I don't know which one that is. There's 2.
There's 2 team DBIs. There's the Kingsmen.
Yeah, Kingsmen are in a fight right now. But it looks like they're trying to disengage, but they've got a team slowly creeping up from behind them as well.
Yep, paper chasers are right next door. And you know, you want to hold this high ground.
Well, I'm quite surprised that not as many teams aren't really spreading out as much as I've personally witnessed anyway in previous matches. Everybody seems to be quite hungry for these fights today.
I mean, for 3 points per kill.
I mean, I don't blame them. There's been plenty of times where my team has been behind and we drop. You know, you get a good chunk of kills and you get 40 points off round 3 alone.
Yeah, it could be one of those games, and this is amazing to see when I do see that from teams. And right now there are some fights going on outside of this situation also. So we want to keep an eye out on all of these teams as we see UMP in a battle right now. It's seriously
just lost the Gibby. pushing
Yep.
in.
And they tried to be fancy and finish them, but didn't work out. Now it's a one-on-one, and there it is. They taking out players left and right, but now it's Gibby versus Octane, and can they get this win? We're gonna see here. I pick Octane over Gibby, but Gibby's the most reliable player in the game when it comes to utility. So we'll see how this plays out. And right now, UMP sitting comfortable enough to heal up their Gibby to make it a 2-on-1. And Octane gets out of there. And here it is, the fight that we've been looking for. UMP trying to get into the action, but man, I like what I saw from Sushi, just grabbing the banners and getting out of the situation. Don't let your pride get to you. Don't try to take on a team during that type of situation. You want to get out. Oh my goodness, he's getting into more problems, trying to rotate out of one fight into another one, and gets wiped out pretty easily there. And we're gonna see what happens here.
Yeah, Team Phantom rotating back in. So UMP is trying to get out of that mess. They do not want anything else of that fight. They just need to regroup. They've got the banner, and hopefully they can just get the res off, and they'll be distracted by Team Phantom that's coming in, just so they can escape.
Definitely, my thing here is that there's multiple teams, so rotating is gonna be very hard in general. As you can see, Gibby said, "I'm not even gonna try to get that guy," and sometimes that's the right answer. I know it's like terrible for your teammates, like, bro, come on, but you know, I need placement points. I want to try to do something. Like, let's not go out without a fight. But I will say this, UMP does has a bunch of kills on their setup, so it's not like they're done and finished even if they get eliminated, you know. So they have 7 kills already, so 7 kills plus he's reviving his teammate, so it's going to be 2. Instead of pushing that fight, trying to get his teammate that was down, he picked up one guy who was already out safely, and then now he can get into a fight with him, united. So we'll see what happens there. And they're facing Phantom. Phantom is also in a fight with multiple teams. Seriously, is also trying to figure out what is going on their side of things. And man, there's a bunch going on in this whole area, which is very awesome for me. This is what I like. And there it is right there, taking another player out. Great stuff by Phantom. They're starting to score some points too, and this is what you want to see in this final run. You know, they got 3 kills on their team, and they're doing real good with it so far, trying to stay in that action. Seriously, he's not giving up. They want to get their team's banner, but they're just rotating around, figuring out what to do, and they decide to go ahead and escape. And I think this is worth it.
Although I've got to say, I've got to give a shout out to 1inch. Right at the start of the game, they took out Haunted Unite. First fight right off the bat, and I've just checked the leaderboards now and it was updated. Haunted could have actually won this game. They are bang on 50 per match point.
Oh my goodness, I did not even know that. I gotta look at the leaderboards more, man. And we're gonna take a look at these leaderboards as we speak it, just to interrupt this telecast to give you guys all a quick live view of the leaderboards. United already with 50 points, but they are eliminated from this game. So everyone, if you've been paying attention, match point makes it so that you have to get to 50 in order to win it all. You got to place first. So it's a very difficult task, but it's possible. And now United lost their chance for this game, but can do it on the next one. So we'll see how that plays out. There's teams right below them like Live, Pug, Avengers sitting there with 20 plus points, and that's close enough to do some work and get up in the ranks to get to 50 also. So teams like UMP most likely will reach 50 possibly on this next game with the amount of kills that they've already collected. So I mean, UMP has what, 7 kills? 7 times 3? Do the math right there. They're sitting there with 21, and then their placement is also good. you can see them getting to 50 in this next round if they can, you know, do a little bit of work.
Definitely.
And now let's get back
I
into the game.
do feel a little sorry for Kingsman. Their Octane has been having so many issues with his Wi-Fi today. He's again AFK in the zone. So they're going to be down to a 2-man, but they have been playing really well.
Yeah, I think you know, that's a different conversation for another time when it comes to that whole thing. But a lot of it, sometimes it's players, sometimes it's the servers. You know, it depends on the scenario. You know, a player with bad internet blaming a game. I've seen it a lot of times. People blame games or services, like PlayStation Now. People thinking it was bad. A friend of mine's, and I'm like, okay, where you live? And they get like 0.5 megabytes of internet or something like that. 5 megabytes of it, and then they're mad about the service, and it's like, it's not the service, bro. I got the same service, PlayStation Now, and it works fine for me, you know, but I got 1,000 gigs download, upload, and all that. So it's a different ball game. So it's a different conversation for another time. But you know, it sucks when it does happen in the middle of events and stuff like this. We cannot back out. Even ALGS, 60 players.
Running,
And talking about 60 players, we're sitting here with 8 teams left, and it's looking like R99 North. I'm gonna call them North because they are R99, but they're one of the branches, and they are trying to make some action. And this is a family team. This is a team of family that I was talking about earlier. Just a bunch of family members playing together, cousins and siblings. So interesting enough, they're facing Phantom right below them, and this is a nice high ground to hold if you can keep it, Kyle. And the ring closes in that area. I mean, how much more can you ask for?
No, yeah. This is a good place to hold, especially if you have yourself a caustic or something like that. I mean, the amount of times I've seen someone up on a roof, just a solo Pathfinder, come in clutch with a Kraber on this map in previous seasons, it can be devastating and completely change the game.
Definitely. We'll
Now
see
that
if
the
that
zone's
happens.
getting smaller, everybody's kind of getting a bit tucked up now. So they really need to get in and lock down where they want to hold for the final zones, and just let everybody else kill each other.
100% agree with that. And I think for me personally, yeah, I'm focusing on just rotating properly and then worrying about any action after. You don't want to get into a fight now. Everybody's tight, and if the team wants them points, they're going to try to third party you right away. Well, that's what I'll be doing. If I need points, I'm just waiting for the third party fights, trying to take both teams out. You know, finishing them off and just hitting them while they fight each other once I see that they're committed. So we'll see how this plays out. Super interesting ending here. I like this area. This used to be the fun area when the game first released, before the caustic and all of the other things came by. So let's see how this ends. There's a lot of teams in this area, and there's a lot of action to be had. And I like what I'm seeing with the Watson. Think about this, Watson and Revenant. How about that? And an Octane. Look at that.
Watson, Rev, and Octane. It's a good combo. It actually works. I've used it myself recently.
Exactly.
It-
So you have the aggressive players, and then you have the defensive players. What is your setup here? You said you used it recently?
Yeah. Recently I've been playing the Watson. So if we were going in for a standard Revenant push, I'd trap up the totem. Because people love to camp your totem. So when they come and chase you, when they send you back and they know where they are, and they dive on top of you, they just land into a load of traps, and it's just an easy pick if you have a bad jump.
Yeah,
So
for
it's a
sure.
good way to defend yourself or protect your own totem from you being killed or it being destroyed if it's in a building.
Yeah, I love using the totem high up. If I'm on a rooftop somewhere very high and I can just drop down on an enemy, it's the best for me personally. Fairly comfortable. You know you're not gonna get hit from there fast. Somebody would have to climb, so makes it interesting. So we'll see what happens. I like what I'm seeing right now. DIB in the building, Phantom, Team 30 sitting comfortable up top. I really like where they're at, but they lost a player, so it's not looking that hot. R99 down below. And man, last 4 teams are going at it right now. Phantom is not afraid. They're out here picking off shots and trying to stay alive in this scenario. And I think they're one of the hot teams. You know, R99 and Phantom are going to be the teams to watch, I would say, in this scenario, because they have to rotate and they can just pretty much play aggressively here. So it can either get the win big or just lose drastically, and we'll see how this all plays out. Feels like Team 30 is pretty much just trying to survive the situation, while DIB also trying to survive this situation.
Yeah, 30 seem to be, they need to kind of get a move on. They don't want to be stuck in that building when the zone starts to close.
Yep. And it's going to happen right now. They're going to rotate. The scary part for R99 here is that they're going to rotate with a team above them. And as they rotate, the other team above will have to rotate or take them out. And a lot of times, teams see you, they want to finish you, and they're going to try to hit you as hard as they can. So we're going to see that in action. Right above them is Team 30. And this is where the situation's going to get very scary for one of these two teams. They're one team's above them. And I would say R99, if they rotate first, they'll be in trouble. If they allow Team 30 to drop and then get out there, they'll be comfortable. But it just depends on how this plays out for Team 30. And they're pretty much in a prime position to be the first to attack here. They have the high ground overall against R9 that has to rotate. R9's being patient about it. They have that jump pad. They can easily hit the jump pad and sit comfortable when the time comes.
DB and Kings, though, are fighting.
Yeah, these two teams are just trying to survive, so they're going to take each other out, which is bad business for them. They don't have their full teams, and they're going to be in a situation. Look at that Phantom coming in to try to get some kills on them and using his Gibby bubble to try to survive the scenario. And look at this, we're going to get a portal right inside of the action. Oh man, that's a professional portal right there to get in, make the team uncomfortable, act like you're gonna push them through the portal, make them think twice, and work on them from the outside. Speaking of the outside,
yeah, R9 and hit that 30 have both managed somehow to rotate out without killing each other.
they're best friends there. Don't kill me, I won't kill you. No. So this is good for 30 because they're missing a player and they needed that. I feel like R9's confident with their 3 players. They can be very comfortable in this scenario right now. They don't have to worry about as much. And we're looking at some action. Everybody's taking their time here. Again, once the last ring comes in, slow close, and it's gonna just force teams to say, let's do something about this. We don't want to get caught up in the situation. Personally, you know, I like R9 right now, full deck, and Phantom Pain, full deck of players ready to go. Feels like Phantom Pain is on fire though. They're just hurting everybody and cleaning up another team as we speak, using their ultimate, about to shut it down everywhere they can, looking real confident and comfortable, and they're about to kill it right here. Team 30 trying to get in on the action. Good stuff right there, taking out multiple players. Can they finish them off? And they do. Team 30 looking incredible with only one player trying to survive. They're gonna lose right here. And man, R99, as I said, sat there and showcased what it was and what it is and what it's gonna be. Really good stuff. I knew that they had what it took. I felt like they were too comfortable and confident. They were very patient, and you could just see that their positioning was well, and they were just focusing on staying alive and being ready for the moment, that last moment. And man, it's funny because R99, they were right there in the scores with some decent amount of points. And now we're gonna watch this replay. Kyle, if you could break down this game 3 finale here As we've seen R9 sitting comfortable, they somehow rotated without a fight. And now they're hit in there with 3 players. One dude with a blue shield. That's how you know they weren't doing that great, but they were comfortable in that scenario.
I mean, DIB had a great location and Phantom wanted it, and that just encouraged everybody else to collapse on them. And R9 just had that discipline just to sit there and just go, you know what? I'll wait. I'll let you clean this up for me. And they played it brilliantly. They just sat there. They had all of that space while everybody else fought in the buildings, and then it was just nice, easy cleanups. They played it really well, really smart. It's exactly what I would have done if I was in their situation. So it's really well done to them.
Definitely well done from them. And I actually really like the patience and the smarts it takes to perform on this level where, you know, people tend to get overly aggressive, they get antsy, and they're not patient. And your in-game leader definitely can help keep you alive and tell you, hey man, let's wait for this. And you've seen it perfectly done there by their team leader. And guys, we're gonna go ahead and break down the format so that those that don't know, let's talk format. Apex Legends Champions Legacy Tournament Series has a very unique format. It is called Match Point, a system that Respawn themselves created for their tournaments. We decided to take that format and add some extra twists to bring more excitement for the community. I'm going to break it down into details to help you understand exactly what to expect. 20 teams will enter into our private lobbies to play Battle Royale. Teams will be facing each other to reach and score 50 points. Once they reach 50 points, that threshold makes them eligible for a chance to win the next game. The way they get to 50 is through placement points and elimination points. Placement points are as follows, as you see on the screen. First place gets 12, second gets 9, third place gets 7, etc., etc. Elimination points are where we add multipliers. The first round, each kill will be 1 point. On the second round, it'll go up to 2. In the third round, it'll go up to 3. As you can tell, each round will boost the number of points you get per elimination, adding more excitement. When a team does reach 50, when they reach the threshold for match point, they are eligible to win the whole game. But the only way they can win is if they place first place after reaching 50. So your team wants to get high placement and as many kills as possible to make it there. The exciting part is, as the rounds progress, kills are worth more points, and they will give other teams chances to catch up if they can perform well. There can only be one winner in this tournament. This isn't a highest score match. This is who can reach 50 and then become first place winners of the next match after reaching 50. This is the format, and we hope you guys enjoy today's tournament. Welcome to Apex Legends by Core Battle League. We have a tournament series where everybody is invited to join. Whether you're PC or console, you can enter these tournaments and have a chance to advance and get into our championship series. The tournament is based off of you guys. We have events every single week for you to enter for free right through our Discord. Head over there, check out the information. Feel free to contact me, Mag Gamer, and I will gladly help you out on how to get involved with this amazing community and these tournaments have been a blast to organize and cast. So you're looking at the roadmap for our tournament series. The roadmap has many dates. Every single week we will have tournaments. So we don't have these dates here for you, but if you head to our Discord, you can check out our schedule and see when you can enter in our next events. These events are community events, meaning everybody is welcome to join. From here, you will be entering to compete to get into the majors. Just to take a quick look, closer look, these community events are for everyone and they have a chance to enter into our majors. The details about our community events are pretty simple. It's open to the public. Players can sign up and compete and hope to make it through this qualifier so that they can get into the majors. You wonder what the majors are. These are where only the top teams are able to enter. So once you win the community events, you will automatically be entered and advance to the majors. Majors will have an invite-only process. Moving on is after you make it into the majors, if you can win that, you will go into the championship rounds. These rounds are amazing with top tier teams and players. Only the best of the best and the winners of our majors will be able to compete in the championship rounds. This is going to be something that Core Battle League is excited to bring to you guys, and we can't wait to see who gets crowned the Champions Legacy. Taking a step back and looking at all of the roadmap, you, the community from here, will have a chance to compete in our tournaments to get into the majors. The majors will be announced sometime in July, and we will have you guys ready to go for the championships in August. So far, it's been an exciting time, and we have a lot more in store for you guys with this event, and we hope you enjoy our tournaments as they go on. This video will be used for the community to understand exactly what we have to offer. Once again, everybody is welcome to join these. They are every single week. They are free on every platform. If you have any questions, head over to the Discord, get all the information you need, and join us as we enjoy Apex Legends together. As your commissioner and your caster, this is Mad Gamer thanking you, and we hope you enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are taking a second to get the players in a new lobby because the lobby's reset. And, you know, we want to give you guys a break also while you're getting in. Go get some water. We have Kyle's Worth doing an amazing job as a commentator. And myself just trying to survive the day. It's been a lot of madness going on. It's the roughest tournament day I've had with just technical issues, mostly server issues, and then some player stuff and silly stuff. But it's all worked out, and we're on the final stretch of just enjoying this battle royale. We've done this enough to just be smooth about most of it, but there's a lot of new teams not knowing that they have to go into a specific slot when they get in, or that they have to rename their teams. Simple stuff that we've pretty put in our details, but we try not to talk about too much. We don't want to put you guys on blast on our broadcast, but just to help you understand, you know, your job as a team is simple. Submit, register, and when we invite you into the lobbies, your job is to put in the codes and every detail. I mean, put in your team names properly and be in the slot that you are in for the rest of the tournament. So after every round, you come up in here and you rename yourself. You can see right here, all I gotta do is hover over the team I'm on, and I can just rename myself if I want. Very simple stuff. Usually don't do these tutorials during our broadcast, but we're gonna change it up a little bit for the new jacks. Can't wait for the majors where only the pro teams that are top tier material and know what they're doing will be in here. But this is also for the community to learn and to grow and to come together. Some movement as one. As I tell everybody all the time, you know, my purpose that I created for myself is to bring communities together, try to inspire and create memories. And it's a lot of work, and I'm not alone here. I got See the One You Envy as the backbone of this situation, and hopefully the scores will be updated when she's got the time. I've asked players to continue to submit their scores in our private channel for the event, because that's how your scores will be official. Okay, and if you want to look for scores without submitting your scores, then you're a part of the problem. So please submit your scores to the Discord so that we can continue these events with your scores and everything going forward. It's not a lot we ask, you know. Register properly, meaning put your team name, your players, then be on time. When you're there, get our code, log in to Apex, log into the lobby, change your team name, and that's it. And play hard, be the best you can be. And then we pretty much give you guys the esports presentation side of it, and your job is simply to enjoy and have fun. And then after the match is over, your job is to submit the scores into our private channel. Only that private channel. That's where we manage the events. So I appreciate everybody so much for coming on board and hanging out. Still pretty early, but I'm pretty sure there'll be like 1 or 2, 3 or 4 maybe. After game 3, there's multiple teams half the time that will get past 50, which means they have reached a point of no return where they can win it all. So we're waiting for teams to get in. And I don't know how much more we should wait, but I'm going to give it about 5 minutes or less as we go forward. Ooh, actually, look at this. There's 2 teams. I'm not sure if this is fully updated, but at the moment, I'm looking at 2 teams that already are above 50. And actually, the scores can't be updated because United already had 50, but they don't need to score more than that. And UMP also had 50. So those 2 teams, top tier, ready to go. And I'm not sure who else needs to be updated here, but those are the 2 teams that have 50 eligible. hit that 30 at 48. Well, let's take a look at this, even though I'm not sure if it's official yet. It's close, it's probably there, it's like right there. But as you can see, UMP with 55, Haunted United with 50. Envy is here. What's up, Envy? Scores are in, and here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The official scores from See the One UMB, holding it down for us as usual. Man, two teams with 50 and a chance to win it all, and then you have everybody below there. So pretty much everybody that's here is hoping that these two teams get eliminated early. If any of those top two teams, UMP or Haunted United, become number one overall on this next game, that's it. It's game over. So we will see how this works out. And should be interesting. We're going to go ahead and get started on this next match if we are ready to go. Team names are in. We're just going to go for it. We're not going to wait too long. What time is it right now? 9 o'clock? Yeah, let's go. And it's not over yet, folks, but here we go. Not waiting for any teams. If they didn't make it, it's too late. As a matter of fact, I'll give it 2 minutes. Let's check out the scoreboard.
Team hit the 30s just messaged in the chat. It's in the captain's lobby. In the captain's chat, the new code is in there. So anybody that's not in, check the captain's chat. It's in there.
Yeah, I'm looking at captain's chat. I don't see. You mean 7 PM's chat? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, it's just on Twitch. Team hit the 30. Said they need a code. They're not in. But it's in the Discord.
Yeah, no, I see. By the way, the codes are not just given out to the public. Anybody that's in the tournament, you are sent to a private lobby, 7 p.m. if you're on this tournament that we are today. You go there, all the information is right there in front of you. People asking for the codes in other places that are not viable when you know where you should be conversating and being a part of the information. So don't share the codes with people that are not in the event. That's not how this works. And if there's any issues for the actual event, you go into the Discord and talk on those channels also. They're private because that's where you can do your disputes. That's where you can get your codes. That's where every single thing that's about the event, that's where it takes place at. So feel free to hit me up there before we get started. I don't want to rush into the next match, but we're right around the corner. We can go ahead and get started soon. We just want to make sure everybody's team name is proper before we start, and that we're ready to go and finish this off with all these teams. So, hashtag 7 p.m. You're gonna see different private servers. If you're a team captain, you'll get the code. Only team captains get the code, not random people who come by and want to play. It's easy to be a team captain. You don't got to do rocket science. You just got to register your team and you're good to go. But I think we're good for the most part. Is that team live or team campers? I'm a little confused on some of this. What I'm seeing. Well, it's good to go. We'll get this started right now. as we go. Oh, actually, hold on. Teams are jumping in right now.
Yeah, that's the third place team. They couldn't find the code in the Discord.
Yeah, so for everybody watching, I guess my stream is now going to turn, instead of it being like a presentation, we're just going to turn it into a tutorial guide. I tell everybody, go to the pinned messages on those channels. Every time I post up something important like a code, you're going to see it there, and you can just go to the pinned and look at, you know, whether it's the first just explanations about how it's going to go, then later the actual codes, they all will be pinned for you to be able to enter and to go forward. So I don't think there's anybody else, man. This has been like a weird day. We've always been smoother than this. It's a little messy today, but it's all good. Dudes that are not in the tournament talking about, oh my god. If there's issues, again, go into the Discord and go to the private channel if you're a team captain and you want to get that addressed. All right, we're going to get started, man. Enough is enough talk. We're going to game 4. This is where it gets very real. And it's about to go down. So again, any issues, any comments, go into the Discord and talk to Envy about scores. If it's something server wise, you can talk to me. If any other issues with a team doing something disrespectful or something illegal, you talk to me. Mostly it's me. Envy does the scores and she'll help in the lobbies, making sure that team names are proper so that she could keep scores. So just get your games going here. Leave a message while this loads up to Envy if there's something you have for her. If there's something about cheating, hit me up. I will gladly address it, and just ban whoever is trying to ruin our fun here. This is all for fun. This is all for enjoyment, and I enjoy it. I don't enjoy the technical difficulty headaches side of it. Of course, I don't think anybody does, but outside of those, it's fun just kicking it and hosting these. And we're gonna see what we got on this next match from a lot of these teams that we know and love. And speaking about love, we're in game 4, which means it's 4 points per eliminations. And man, DIB in the building once again. The originals. These guys are dead serious. You see all their team names? All DIB. This is real right here. And then you got Haunted. You know, and what you want to pay attention to is Team Haunted and Team United. Those two teams are able to win it all. Everybody in the lobby wants to get them. They have to shut them down. They have to close them out. And Kyle, you've been in this situation where teams are above and they're ready to win it all, and you didn't have match point yet. And how did you play it, and what is the best advice you would give to a player trying to get out of that situation?
You've got to play it smart, you've got to knuckle down, and like in the situation when we had Omu's team in, and they were absolutely just stomping on the entire lobby. It was virtually do or die. It was we had to eliminate that team, or it was over that game. And we did. We clutched up. We beat the pro team that was in, and ended up getting enough points for the match points. So you've just got to believe in yourself and just got to pull off some clutches. You've just got to play. You've got to do people in dirty, third party if you need to. And if you see that team that's eligible to win pop up on a kill feed on a knock, or they get knocked, and you know where that fight is, send it. Get rid of them. Grief them. As much as I hate it when it happens to us, you have to do it to stay in.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team. You know, I think it's important to keep your team
Yeah, I don't think griefing is a bad thing. I think people try to make it a like, you know, they make like Revenant a bad thing because he uses his ultimate. It's a good thing. You know, the third partying is a good thing. I don't care what anybody says. It sucks when it happens to you, but it's a part of the game and it's necessary. It's how winners win. You know, this is not a game about hugging and kissing and making out or something. We out here in a Hunger's Game style setup, which is called Battle Royale. It's me and my team versus 57 other players with guns. They all want to kill me. So I'm going to grief you. I'm going to take you out. And Kyle's advice is spot on. You know, you got to go for no mercy in these type of situations, and you got to go full blaze, especially if you see the leaders. If you see the leaders, you got to go all out for that. And speaking of the leaders, we're going to look at UMP right here, actually down with a little bit of health here. He got into a little bit of a scuffle, but survived it. So we're going to see how this plays out for them. It's very early. Usually the teams that are winning won't put themselves in jeopardy too much. UMP has always been a great team, and this is a time where very few times that they've had the chance to win it all first. So if they make it out of this round, it's going to be tough because multiple teams will be having the advantage to get to 50 also. But this is their moment to shine, to be able to get past 50. And they're doing what I love to do here. Pick a long range weapon, take a couple shots, try to get your shield up quick. And then from there, you can get into more fights and kind of stay in position for the rest of the game. And he needs 56. He's going to get a couple more shots, and he's thirsty for this. And it's not even about pushing this team. Watch. He just wants to put out a little bit of damage. Can I get my shield? Is all he's asking for right now, to be honest with you. And he doesn't see it, so he's like, all right, I guess I'll give up on it. But just a smart play right here, pulling out the G7 just to get a couple shots from far on some people. And slowly upgrade the shield. It's at 56 right now. And speaking of 56, UMP trying to do us right here. Just hold it down. We're going to look around to see what is happening, Captain. It's looking like
some Phantoms are fighting. Phantom
the
looks
campers?
like taking out the team, but they're getting thirded.
yeah, R99 South is actually fighting Salty Wave, taking out one of their players and doing a good job right now. Just taking 2 players down, sitting real comfortable right now. High up, R9 South doing real good here, getting their points, and they're close. You know, they scored a little bit last game. There's South and then there's North, and slowly they'll get it right. And at the moment,
UMP are hurting. Gibby's half health and they're getting bombarded right now.
yeah, let's check out UMP real quickly, see what they have going on. It's looking like Hunted is comfortable, not worried. And UMP's the one in a fight right now. And this isn't the best area to be in a fight, and this is always drama. This is like a very hot area. So the fact that they dropped here is that confidence again to be willing to drop hot if necessary. And they're gonna push the pace, get into the bubble, and pretty much take the fight while they can. And it's looking good for them, man. Oh my goodness. They're already taking out 2 of the campers players. And you gotta love it. This is UMP at its finest. Super aggressive team trying to score points at all times. And at the moment, just sitting back, popping shots, playing it smart, holding it down, trying to find their way, and doing what they have to. And Campers just trying to stay alive, and it's not looking good for them. 2 of their players are officially down. Oh my goodness, great stuff. Taking out one of UMP's players and looking good. Shield swapping and everything. Getting pushed 2-on-1. Can they finish this right now? And no, they can't. So UMP getting lucky enough to revive their teammates and staying alive in this situation. You want UMP to die down if you want to try to win this, if you're one of these other teams. And they try to fight that fight, and it was a decent start, but they couldn't get that finish. Good stuff right there. And right now, UMP just comfortable, relaxed, and I like that. But it's looking like Team Haunted is actually in the fight now with Villains, and I like the name. Both of them going back and forth, trying to find out what is going on here. Team Haunted doing a good job pushing this team, not being afraid to take the fight, even though they're up over 50 and they have match point. They're willing to take this fight, and it looks like they're getting griefed at this very moment while that is happening. So, man, you gotta love it. Great stuff. A Team Haunted. Again, one of the few teams.
It's great to have confidence in this point of the game, but they're going to have to start looking for a rotation soon enough.
Yeah, they are so far away. This is going to be one of those things where you just want to be smart about that rotation and stick together, not getting in vulnerable situations. Looks like one of Villain's last player is trying to grief them a little bit, hoping he can get over there. But they're going to loot up and take everything they can from them here. Again, it's game 4 with only 2 teams eligible to win it all. I'm going to pass it over to Kyle for a little bit, and I'll be right back in a minute.
Yeah, we've got UMP just chilling in West Side Fragment. They're just absolutely loving life at the minute, just shopping to the house content. Don't have to worry about a thing. As they're just going to start seeking now. Rotation, just sit in, bunker down, just let everybody else kill each other for them, and hope that they get to get the dub. We've got Team Haunted. Looks like they're getting griefed on rotation as well now. Hopefully they can just dip out of that and just leave. Don't want anything that's going on there. And it looks like UMP and Haunted might actually rotate into each other. Yeah. Mag, I don't know if you're back yet, like, but UMP and Haunted are about to go head to head together. So whoever wins out of this fight, out of these 2 teams here, could shut each other down, which is an ideal situation for everybody else at the minute. Right now, Team Haunted is stuck in between a rock and a hard place. They've got a team behind them, and they've got the other team, UMP, gatekeeping them now from rotation. I don't think they know there is a team behind them. But they're going to rotate over to the other side, train yard, just safely, just relax at that back end of Fragment, but they don't have to worry about any other teams at the minute now. UMP are chilling quite happy as well, up in the centre of train yard. They've got teams all about, but they're not being pushed or contested by anybody yet. UMP in Haunted getting absolutely peppered down by UMP. Rotated back over to a side they don't want to be on. And now they're kind of stuck in the tunnel. Hopefully they can rely on that octane that they've got just to throw down a jump pad. Get them rotated into somewhere a bit more safer. UMP lose a member. Haunted is absolutely slaying with the Sentinel. And they're going to have to pull back from that fight. They need to go for a res and pull back because they're going to get pushed. Unfortunately, by doing so, they're going to run into two other teams at this respawn beacon. But they might be able just to sneak in that res and get somewhere safe, but they've lost the height. Haunted now have a really good position over everybody. And that Sentinel is absolutely putting in work.
Hey, sound. Yeah, you just missed it. You've just missed it. UMP is under a lot of pressure right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am back officially checking it out. UMB is actually rotating up right next to Haunted United. There's only 7 teams left. UMP is still somehow alive, and Haunted, they're both surviving this scenario, and it's crazy right now. It's time to get hyped because they both can win it all, and I'm back in full effect right now. Very excited about this. If they win it all, that's it for tonight. These are the only 2 teams that are eligible to win this round. If the lobby somehow takes out both of these teams, then we will go into the next match, game 5. Again, very, very tall task to ask. Both of these teams are sitting real pretty. Funny enough, they're both sitting across from each other, taking a couple shots, trying to
rotated in and killed UMP's Gibraltar, but they managed to grab the banner and respawn him just a moment ago.
Yeah, so it's a pretty wild situation, and it's looking real good for both teams. I like where they are, and we're going to keep watching them to just keep the action, you know, focused on the 2 teams who are eligible to win it all. Now, there's other teams out there that can spoil all this and pretty much do some damage out here, but it is still anybody's game because it's 2 versus 5 in the lobby right now. And if they find a way to eliminate these 2 teams, and all of a sudden we continue this tournament for the rest of the day. All of those players who have been in here trying to compete can literally save the lobby right now. Everybody hashtag save the lobby. You know, they have to eliminate UMP and Haunted. Now, we don't want that. We're not here to take sides, but it's exciting as a viewer or a caster to see, you know, these games get to where it's at right now. This is the exciting part. This is the grand finale, game 4 for the finish. And right now, UMP losing a player already, and they're in the ring and they're pretty much stuck right there. And it's going to be a tough situation because they have a team right under them. They're going to try to heal up in the Gibby bubble. I would drop my ultimate and pick up my teammate right next door, right under that. Oh, they got him before they could, and that was a little bit of a late get, but looking good right here. I like the Gibby with the Sentinel. Sentinel has been my favorite weapon for season 9, and really loving it. And right now, good shots with that thing, making it look and feel good. And man, can you believe how brave these guys are? Haunted is actually chasing down a team, so you love to see that. And it looks like UMP is about to scramble. They're getting caught up in a situation. They're trying to figure out how to get out of it. It's not that easy, of course. And right now, Gibby trying to keep their team alive. He's pretty much their last hope. They swapped the shield and gave it to Gibby, and he goes down. And man, oh man, it's looking like UMP, you got it bad right now. They're trying to stay alive and get back into this situation with teams just pushing them. And if the team knows that this is UMP, they got to push the issue. Something that we were talking about earlier, me and Kyle, is pushing this issue when you know it's a team that's eligible to win, because you don't want them to finish this. You don't want them to take this game. And somehow they allowed Team UMP to heal up here, which is a terrible thing for the lobby. Great thing for UMP, and they're gonna be able to survive this scenario. Talking about surviving the scenario, Haunted, United are still in the middle, scrambling, trying to find a way into the ring, and it's not looking good, but it's all good.
They're gonna get griefed by UMP now. They're gonna have to hold them
and
out.
we're gonna get the fight that we all been asking for. UMP versus Haunted. And actually UMP decides to back off of the situation. They're not too good. They haven't got to heal up. They're sitting going through the fire right now, and they just want to rotate into the ring and just stay alive in this situation. It doesn't look like they're going to, though, because my gosh, this war zone is thick. It's looking good for Haunted. They made it into the ring, and they have a decent spot to kind of stay in control of a lot of this backside. But man, UMP is hurting bad. They don't have time to heal up, and one of the players go down. Then there's a Gibby defensive bombardment dropping on their heads. Look at this, officially taking out one of UMP's players, and they're pushing this, baby. They're pushing this. Team Haunted is pushing this. If they take them out, then they'll be the only eligible players to win it all, with 3 teams left. Looking real good right now, and UMP's officially out. And my gosh, Haunted is the only eligible team that can win it all right now. But there's 2 other teams looking to try to stop that. And man, if they know that that's them, I would do a small, quick truce and cease fire with the other team and say, hey, let's take out this Haunted team. They're trying to win this tournament. We can't let them, bro. Let's just take them out. And as I say that, they eliminate one of Haunted's players, and they're starting to push the pace here. And they really taking the time to target these guys here. But it's looking like Inch and Avengers are the last 2 teams, but they're not eligible to win it all. But they can spoil the fun for Haunted and continue this lobby, so we can go into game 5 where it gets real crazy as far as points goes. And overall, it's gonna be a little wild here. And at the moment, Inch is trying to get in on the action, and it's looking like UMP is gonna end up getting surrounded from both sides, because it looks like Avengers have a Kraber. Shh, there's a Kraber. There's a Kraber. And man, it's starting to change up, and it's really good for Haunted because the 2 teams are fighting each other, and they're just griefing them as they fight. and real good stuff for Haunted. They can win this game right now. Perfect timing on the third party. Can they do it? They're gonna shield swap, try to figure something out here and get in on the action, and they are about to win it all. Ladies and gentlemen, can it be? We are about to see a new winner, champion. Can they do it? It's incredible one-on-one battle. It might not happen, and there it is. Avengers stop UMP and Haunted from winning and help the lobby stay alive for one more game. You couldn't ask for a better story. Wow. This was gonna be all over for Haunted. They just needed to wait a second longer before they pushed to that last one, Kyle, and it didn't work out for them. I mean, incredible stuff being able to get to that point where it was only 2 teams left, but man, they didn't get the job done. And we're gonna take a quick look on this replay where Avengers were fighting and trying to survive in this situation. It's a tough task when you have inches right there next to you, and then you got Haunted, all these 3 teams surrounding each other in a trio. And what started to happen that I saw was they were targeting Haunted at first, and then they targeted each other. They started pushing each other. Haunted decided to get in on this action. I'm not sure what the long wait was here, Kyle, but if you want to break down these last parts, tell me what your thoughts on what you saw.
No, I've got to say, Haunted had the confidence. They were definitely coming in and they were destroying, but I'm baffled on how it even happened. But Gibby just clutched up with, he didn't even have half a health bar left.
Yeah, that was insane.
He genuinely had pixels, and he still somehow.
Yeah, check it out right there.
back
You've seen how I
the
just
clutch.
showcased it at the end. Ridiculous. And that
Absolutely.
happens. That happens. I mean, nobody's perfect, and you can't have a perfect game. And sometimes, you know, these type of things happen, and it sucks. But hey, it's a part of the game. But it's amazing for Team Avengers and for the whole lobby. There was only 2 teams eligible to win. They both got eliminated. So now it opens the door for everybody else. What's funny about this last game is that it really does open the door for everybody else, because that was game 4, and it was 4 points per kill. Okay, and if we do the numbers, there's teams in here with like 12 plus kills. Like Avengers literally had so many kills, it's insane. I haven't done the numbers, but I'm thinking it's about 19 kills in that one game. So they pretty much almost dropped a 20 bomb as a team in this last match, and they are also going to be on the 50 mark guaranteed, just from that game and the scores that they've had before. And then there's other teams in there who also performed well and had the chances to win it big. And man, you know, they saved the lobby. You know, the Avengers avenged the lobby for everybody to be able to continue to play in the match. And these are what makes match point format so exciting, and it's something that Respawn did. I can't take the credit. It's a system that's been around for years, whether it's like tennis, basketball. There's a bunch of games that has match point on it, but in a battle royale scene, it makes it very special and very unique, and change it drastically. So very exciting. We're going to go into the roadmap so you can see exactly what we got going on and how you can jump into our qualifiers right now as in the community. Welcome to Apex Legends by Court Battle League. We have a tournament series where everybody is invited to join. Whether you're PC or console, you can enter these tournaments and have a chance to advance and get into our championship series. The tournament is based off of you guys. We have events every single week for you to enter for free right through our Discord. Head over there, check out the information. Feel free to contact me, Mag Gamer, and I will gladly help you out on how to get involved with this amazing community. And these tournaments have been a blast to organize and cast. So you're looking at the roadmap for our tournament series. The roadmap has many dates. Every single week we will have tournaments. So we don't have these dates here for you, but if you head to our Discord, you can check out our schedule and see when you can enter in our next events. These events are community events, meaning everybody is welcome to join. From here, you will be entering to compete to get into the majors. Just to take a quick look, closer look, these community events are for everyone and they have a chance to enter into our majors. The details about our community events are pretty simple. It's open to the public. Players can sign up and compete and hope to make it through this qualifier so that they can get into the majors. You wonder what the majors are. These are where only the top teams are able to enter. So once you win the community events, you will automatically be entered and advance to the majors. Majors will have an invite-only process. Moving on is after you make it into the majors, if you can win that, you will go into the championship rounds. These rounds are amazing with top tier teams and players. Only the best of the best and the winners of our majors will be able to compete in the championship rounds. This is going to be something that Core Battle League is excited to bring to you guys, and we can't wait to see who gets crowned the Champions Legacy. Taking a step back and looking at all of the roadmap, you, the community from here, will have a chance to compete in our tournaments to get into the majors. The majors will be announced sometime in July, and we will have you guys ready to go for the championships in August. So far, it's been an exciting time, and we have a lot more in store for you guys with this event, and we hope you enjoy our tournaments as they go on. This video will be used for the community to understand exactly what we have to offer. Once again, everybody is welcome to join these. They are every single week. They are free on every platform. If you have any questions, head over to the Discord, get all the information you need, and join us as we enjoy Apex Legends together. As your commissioner and your caster, this is Mad Gamer thanking you, and we hope you enjoy. Let's talk format. Apex Legends Champions Legacy Tournament Series has a very unique format. It is called Match Point, a system that Respawn themselves created for their tournaments. We decided to take that format and add some extra twists to bring more excitement for the community. I'm going to break it down into details to help you understand exactly what to expect. 20 teams will enter into our private lobbies to play Battle Royale. Teams will be facing each other to reach and score 50 points. Once they reach 50 points, that threshold makes them eligible for a chance to win the next game. The way they get to 50 is through placement points and elimination points. Placement points are as follows, as you see on the screen. First place gets 12, second gets 9, third place gets 7, etc., etc. Elimination points are where we add multipliers. The first round, each kill will be 1 point. On the second round, it'll go up to 2. In the third round, it'll go up to 3. As you can tell, each round will boost the number of points you get per elimination, adding more excitement. When a team does reach 50, when they reach the threshold for match point, they are eligible to win the whole game. But the only way they can win is if they place first place after reaching 50. So your team wants to get high placement and as many kills as possible to make it there. The exciting part is, as the rounds progress, kills are worth more points, and they will give other teams chances to catch up if they can perform well. There can only be one winner in this tournament. This isn't a highest score match. This is who can reach 50 and then become first place winners of the next match after reaching 50. This is the format, and we hope you guys enjoy today's tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially back with the action. So I want to talk about the schedule. In between matches, people have to understand your job is, as a player, your job is to get into the lobby, rename your team, and get ready to play. That's it. And then we do everything else for you. Pretty much. We babysit you. So thank you guys for doing so. Those who are doing it, we appreciate everybody who's playing and everybody who's been a part of these events for the weeks and months that we've had them. And today's been a rough technical day. The server issues, a lot of different things have been happening with the servers, and we're trying to figure that out. It's not something that we're experts in. We don't deal with this at server. It's a Respawn thing, but it's all good. I think we're good to go. Whenever Envy starts the match, we'll get it popping. Feel free to join us as we go forward next week and so on. I'm going to put a schedule up. And I think we should do weekends. I got to talk to Envy this weekend. I don't want to think about it until like Friday, but set up a weekend times to give more players chances, because the majors and the championships are only on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to be important that we prep you guys for that beforehand too. So Saturday, Sunday feels like a good day just for you guys to relax and kick back and play in these events. And yeah, so that in mind, let's take a second and check out these scores. It's kind of crazy right now. Take a good look. You have 5 teams eligible to win it all. That's right. You're reading it right. 5 teams to win it all. So you have Avengers, Haunted, UMP, Team Pug, Phantom, all with the chance to win it all. All with the chance to win it all. All to all. So that pretty much means we're at the grand finale, right? I don't think it's ever gone to game 6, and I don't think it ever will. This is it right here. If it does go to game 6, we hope the teams already understand. Be professional. Get in there, change your team name, and get ready to play. And we're gonna get started right now with these teams, and let's see what is going on this match as we go to game 5. Man, remember, game 5 also 5 points per elimination, so you're going to be getting a lot of goodies in this scenario. And remember, there's a lot of teams eligible to win it all. It looks like R99 is fighting Sushi. 2 teams trying to figure it all out right here. And that's good for R9. They're really, really comfortable. Starting off good, getting it right. And it's looking like Avengers taking the smart route, landing late in the match. That's how you want to play if you are here to win. Speaking of win, we want to try to check out all the teams that are eligible to win, like Team Haunted, who are over here at Fight Night, which is a nice area to drop if you want some real good loot, but it could be dangerous. Teams really like this spot. And Haunted, another team that's eligible to win it all. UMP, another team that's eligible to win it all. So and right now R9 just stays in a fight with Sushi. Right now they've been fighting for like 5 minutes here since the landing point. They're still going at it right now, and I think they're chasing down those last players. Want to take the Sushi. They need that Sushi in their life. And here it is, the push, full sent. Sometimes that octane pad can also be a detriment. Here it is, door fight. And there it is. Once again, like I said, not a good look. Avengers. Critical game last time. Can they win 2 in a row? We'll find out shortly. And right now, still very early on. A lot of teams are going to play it cautious, relax. We're going to keep it slow pace unless we see some real action happening. Just like right now, Team Dib, who's actually 43 points, has 43 points. So they can catch up quickly here. 1 kill, which they just got, is going to put them above 50. So they can be eligible, but they're going to have to extend this game. It's going to be a tall task to ask by them. They're chasing down one last player. It's awesome stuff by DIB getting some points here, and they're making themselves eligible, but they have to pretty much eliminate multiple teams. See, not an easy thing to ask. Team Haunted is in here with above 50. Team UMP also with above 50. A lot of teams in the area with enough to win it all. So we'll see what happens. I like Avengers last game, and they're doing some good emotes here. Great stuff. And they're sitting comfortable in one of the best positions, but they're not in the ring, but it's a really comfortable place to be. A lot of great loot. They can craft anything that they need from there, and then they go forward overall. You like that. So Avengers having a chance to win it all. And getting interesting here for the last matches with only 11 teams left, and super slow for everybody, just trying to stay alive and not cost this the game. Team Haunted, also another team that's very comfortable. I like this overall. We'll see how far this goes. It's one of those nights.
I'm just looking at the map now as well, and it looks like it's going to end on the ramp in between Rift and Gardens. That's a tricky place to hold down if you don't have a Gibby on your team, or a Watson, or someone defensive. So
Yeah, definitely. I like the buildings. I really like the buildings in both those areas. Whichever one it closes in, you can play defensively, have your ground, have the high ground a bit, or just get inside and try to withstand all of the fights that are happening out there. For me personally, I don't like being locked in all the time. I feel like it's a disadvantage if you can stay in the high ground and go inside after if things get ugly. But as we talk about things get ugly, UMP already getting into a fight here and catching somebody off guard. Salty Wave trying to survive this onslaught by UMP. It's one of those things when you get into the portal, you know, you don't know what you're getting out of it. and really good stuff by UMP here, cleaning up shop as best as they can and being able to revive their teammates. But man, it's not over because there's some guys out here trying to stop them, and we're gonna see how this works. And man, that was quick work to finish up the team wipe that they just did. So good stuff by them. It's only 10 teams and it's still very early. Look at this, hit the 30, trying to get it right. They have 36 points to be exact, and they can find their way into the scenario with a team Kingsmen here. They're also with 36, so both teams are tied and they're facing each other right now. And that Revenant all getting wasted, not being utilized. I don't know with that, man. You got to know when to hit that Revenant all. You can't just pop it.
No, you can't waste something as valuable as a Revenant ult on a map like this.
If you pop
If you pop in it, you've got to full send it.
Gonna spy on that area.
But
hit the 30.
they're gonna be eager to get some points. I feel like right now they're popping ultimate accelerants, trying to get it back as quick as possible to get into more fights. Since they missed out in the last round, they didn't connect. They're eager to get some points and hold off these 5 teams that can win.
Yeah, that'd be insane. And actually right now in the lobby left is only Avengers, Haunted, UMP are the only eligible teams left to win it all. So you'd have a better chance here with 10 teams left. Only 3 of them. Would have been scary if all 5 teams were still in here, but it isn't. And we are fortunate to see if these teams can extend this again and save the lobby. This is the best part about one of these teams, if they have what it takes. But if not, when it's going to be game over and a champion will be announced. And after all the server issues and technical stuff with Apex itself, you know, it's been a day. We survived the day as casters, me and Kyle here, and Envy as the scorekeeper. It's been a long one, and we finally at the finale. So we're gonna celebrate twice. We're gonna celebrate for the team, and then for us as a team to get through the technical difficulties. Me trying to help players, you know, players thinking that there's glitches.
To meet up with each other.
Yeah. It's just a quick point out that I don't really like talking about this in streams, but you know, a player, for example, thinking that a player was hacking, but really the arena servers are a little messy right now, and he couldn't see his hub and things like that they're reporting to me, and I'm like, no, it's just literally I can't see the hub. Sometimes the screen goes full black. It's pretty bad sometimes with arenas, and we're trying to give that information a respawn, and that's why we had those technical issues. It wasn't like it was a player or doing anything like that. It was pretty much just the server since it released, and it's brand new, so we'll see. They'll fix it. It's not a big deal. I just wanted to address that because, you know, people were concerned what was going on with that. And
Haunted's just been rocked up on from behind. UMP's rotated out. And Haunted's Gibby is nearly knocked. He's having to pop a Phoenix.
UMP's sitting fine. You're talking about Haunted?
Yeah, Haunted's got thirded, and UMP chose to rotate out of that fight. They didn't want any more of it.
Smart move. You don't want to be in something you don't need to be in. DIB trying to save the lobby and take out Haunted. That's what I want to see from these teams. Don't be scared. And they tend to take the fight against Haunted. Haunted's always been very confident. You can see how they're not just running away. They're trying to see where the team's at and trying to position themselves, not allowing the team to take the high ground and win that whole area if they do so. So pretty good. Gotta respect it. And it's still very early. UMP just staying alive. You see, they're just hanging out, having a good time. Like, hey, we're gonna win this, baby. We are gonna win this. Doing a little dance as they go. And still very early. We're gonna have to create a penalty, Cal. What do you think about this as a player? It's a good time to get live feedback from you. Since it looks these are community events, sometimes people want to leave when the game's almost over like this. People would just give up, and I'm thinking of putting a penalty in to eliminate that. How do you feel about something like that?
It all depends.
It all depends, to be honest. Because in some situations I can understand.
Some
Because I've
teams
seen teams that have jumped in
when we've played,
when my team personally was played, and when the pro teams were also playing a couple of months ago, before everybody obviously made it through and won. And there were some teams that are just like casual gold and platinum players that were just getting stomped on, obviously 3-4 times master pred, full stack pred teams, you know. So I can understand why some of the lower level teams would leave, you know, when they didn't expect it to be quiet and competitive. But yeah, usual teams that are always in, you know, always signing up week after week, but leaving because they're having a bad day. You should be penalised for that, to be fair. It's just bad sportsmanship.
Yeah, I've already have teams on warning, and I banned one person for signing up for every event and never showing up or communicating. And the rule for that is, you know, if you don't show up and don't communicate, that's pretty much already your last warning, because it's like, if you could just tell me, hey, can't make it. I think you've done that before a time or two, and that's perfectly fine. As long as I know, it's like, hey, you can't make it, cool. We'll get someone else.
We had one event that we didn't think we'd be able to make, but
yeah, and that's perfectly fine. But if you're not communicating it and you don't show up at all, that's where the problems lie. And that's what I don't, you know, overall, we want to manage this and make every player and every team, you know, this is your time and your energy as a player, and you deserve the best overall too. So, you know, we're getting into the majors, so it doesn't matter anymore, because the majors are going to be where all the top teams that care are going to be at. But still, to teach the community, to help them grow. Also, oh my goodness, it's looking like the villains have chosen violence, because they just rotated into 2 teams right away, and that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. And at this moment, we're getting a lot of clean rotations from UMP, sitting pretty. And apologies about these topics, these are just heavy thoughts that I've been thinking about on how to get things rolling, and I wanted to share with the stream. But we'll get back to this commentary. And again, Avengers sitting pretty. All the teams that are eligible to win are pretty much not in danger. They're pretty much allowing other teams to fight, and this is good for them. So they're pretty much going to be able to take over. As you can see right now, Team 30 is pushing the pace with their Revenant on, and they're not as aggressive as they should be. I mean, you want to get as aggressive as possible. If someone takes you down, that's fine. You're safe. You get back to it.
UMP's going to be in a fight right now. DIB's rotating in, and UMP's going to try and gatekeep them out here.
Yep, and it's not going to be easy. You got 2 great teams having to bump heads, and looking at the situation right now, Gibby got hurt really bad. He's going to have to back off and try to heal up. And man, they're just deciding to get out of that situation. Smart move here. Let's see if they can survive it. The problem is getting out is very hard. One good laser beam clip can take you down. So far, DMB didn't get the job done. And it's looking like UMP is going to survive the day for the situation for the moment. But I like what DMB is doing. They're not letting it go easy. You know, they're staying on top of it.
A little worried
though. I don't think personally UMP should rotate so early, giving up that high ground so DIB can get up above them.
That is very true. And I mean,
2 teams on height behind them now.
Yep, 2 teams behind them, 1 in front of them, and it's pretty much scary, hairy for UMP. But let's take a quick spin around and look at other teams who are also in action. Haunted United, a team that can win also. There's a couple teams left. Avengers also in the thick of it all. I mean, like, there's action everywhere, and this is going to be amazing. We're already in round 4 with only 8 teams, with 3 teams are eligible to win and move on right now. I like what I'm seeing. by Avengers. They're sitting really comfortable at the edge here. They can rotate in easily at any point. But they're just watching the backside and seeing what they can do. They're going to end up having to take this fight sooner or later. They can't stay where they are. They can't stay where they are. This is going to be for all the marbles to be able to push this, to get in and keep a nice position for the rest of the game. And talk about nice position, Sushi sitting lovely on the best position for the moment.
It looks like UMP is going to start getting contested now by 2 teams. The zone's closing. They're all dropping down.
Yep. And it's not only down, there's teams in front of them. So teams in front, teams behind. UMP doesn't look like they gonna be able to take this.
The last man. Zone's pushing in.
Yep. Haunted is down to their last man, Mortal Carter. And let's see what he can do. He's gonna go ahead and hope to drop his... Oh, good takedown. And look at this. Somehow he survives the situation. So does his teammates. And man, wow. Haunted, the team you wanted out, everybody rooting against them, they somehow stay alive and stay in this situation, which is good for them. But right now, UMP trying to survive also. This next ring is going to be crazy.
3 teams now.
But I like where they are, actually. They are in the next ring. They don't have much to worry about, except for that team behind them. And man, it's going to be interesting here. This overall, you have TIB ready to try to catch up and win this, because they have 43 points, this team, and they basically can get to 50 if this closes out properly and they can win it. It's tough. There's only a couple teams left, but 3 teams can win it all right now. And I'm gonna rotate over, kind of just scan through. Haunted United about to get into the ring. They got a couple seconds left.
Caustic goes down, and the Gibby's down.
Gibby's down, and now they're pushing the pace, trying to find a survival situation. It is tough stuff, and already good push. And that was actually from Team Haunted. So
UMP rotates into Haunted.
Haunted doing a good job to finish that off right there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Avengers and Haunted, the only 2 teams that are eligible to win it all. And who knows how this plays out. 30 is trying to get in on this action right now, taking down one of Haunted players. They're doing a good job to save this lobby. Can they do it? Is the question. Sushi's right below. They can help this fight. They can help this fight. Are they gonna do it? And it looks like they are. Oh my goodness. Sushi's coming through with a little bit of their own dish, trying to eat some of that third-party candy. he arc stars himself almost. And ladies and gentlemen, here it is right here. Sushi can help this lobby by taking out Avengers with that arc star. Didn't get to get the finish there, but Haunted is down to a player and a half at the moment. They're healing up. It is looking crazy for the 2 eligible teams to win it all. Haunted trying to figure it out from the outside. They're getting pushed at the moment, and they get eliminated. Avengers, there's only 4 teams left. Avengers is in the thick of it right now. They're looking to stay alive. They're sitting real comfy in the ring, but man, there's a team right inside. Can they smell the blood in the water? Can they figure this out? Listen, there's only 1 team eligible to win, and it's Avengers. If we go to another game, it's the first time in the history. And oh my gosh, there's only 3 teams left. Avengers look like they might take this win. If they win this all, folks, they're going to continue the streak of not going to game 6. And it's looking like I designed this perfectly, because it's going to be 5 games. If it goes to 6, you're going to have 10 teams with... I don't think we ever been to 6, Kyle. Have we?
No, I don't believe
we have.
So there we go. So no team 6, and I don't think we're going to have one, because Avengers are hot. They're hot like fire right now. Give Team Dibs hurting pretty bad in this scenario. They're above and they have the high ground, but they keep getting beamed every single time. And then
Avengers have been silenced though by Revenant.
yeah, and that hurts.
Hit the 30 might be coming for him.
Yeah, that hurts because now you can't rotate, you can't do anything proper with your utilities. But at the moment, it's only if you get aggressive and you can push that pace. And at the moment right now, he's revolted, and they're gonna try to clean this up. Can they do it? They are all going after Avengers down below, and man, oh man, they somehow survive and they get back into cover here.
30 and DBI just put each other at the same time, so Avengers is sitting back.
And that is a perfect play for Avengers to win it all right now. Can they do it? They're gonna come in for the third party Revolt. Oh my goodness, they use the Revolt from the opposite teams to see if they can finish that fight there, and they're gonna try to win this all here, try to get this finish. And it's looking like DIB can save this lobby or lose it right in this play. It looks like they're about to lose it, ladies and gentlemen. Avengers are about to beat the brand new Marvel's Avengers, and there it is, the champions, the winners, closing out the night with an Avengers Marvel's. And by the way, this isn't sponsored by Marvel, but man, what an amazing assembly of the Avengers. Loving it, loving it, loving it. And that right there, my friends, ends the tournament in a good way with a great team who scored the most points anyways, and then on top of it, finish it off with a spectacular closing. And that's what you want to see from teams that, you know, are so-called champions. You know, they had the positioning here, Kyle. If you want to take a quick look and talk about what you saw, they had the positioning,
Yeah.
and they waited it out.
They were all fine. It was just unfortunate that DIB and hit the 30. They rotated at the same time for the high ground and forced that fight among each other, when Avengers were the ones that were hurting, and they just got a free pass because of that. It was just unfortunate timing for everybody, but you know, it was very well played. They just sat back and waited, and DBI, bless them, after that fight they just couldn't carry on.
Yes, and speaking of not carrying on right here, just that finish, knowing that you are putting teams in disadvantages and pretty much being able to try to close it out, and that's what they do right here. Perfect ending right there. Great stuff by these guys. And I just want to take a second to thank you, Kyle, sticking around for a long 7-hour day, doing, well, 6 hours and a half, whatever, but sitting here doing our arenas, which was a lot of technical issues on the server side and for the players, and then we jump into the battle royale, which kind of ran smooth, but we had a couple technical issues for some stuff also. So we got through it all, and we thank you so much. You did an amazing job. Any last words for us before we go, you know, talking about your basically championship, and now you're ready for the majors, man? There's gonna probably be some pro teams that are gonna come in there and try to fight you guys. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've been eager to take on the pro team with Omu in it, because we've nearly beaten them twice now. It came down to a 1v1 in 2 separate games that we played with them. So we're eager to take them back on. So we've just been getting better as a team now, and hopefully it all goes well when it comes around to the majors. But
appreciate it, Kyle. Thank you so much for coming. Any last words for your viewers? Where could we find you on social media?
Yeah. So I've got my Twitter. It is Kylesworth, straight up like it is. My Twitch as well is Kylesworth, and we've also made a new Discord now, so we're going to recruit in new people to join the BTS team. And,
right. So that is crazy news. Let me pause you there. So BTS is recruiting to create new teams, guys. Y'all hearing it first right here. So get yourself in the Discord. I'm sure he has his own Discord, but you can just hit him up, say, hey Kyle, what's up, find out what's going on. You know, these guys are great players, and you can see he's a great caster. We had a good time today. It was some great games, and thank you so much, Kyle.
Yeah, no, appreciate it. Thank you for having me again.
All right, man. Let's talk soon, buddy.
I'll see you later, guys.
Take care. So, everybody on stream, thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to show the scoreboards in a minute, but I just wanted to give a big shout out to the Avengers. They truly came out and performed like they should, right? You saw them win the last game, and then they won this game right after. So it was a back-to-back. It wasn't one game. They got lucky, like some people try to, oh, they got lucky. There's no luck. The skill was there. The determination was there. The fight was there. They kept on improving and showcasing that they know what they're doing and how to do it. And I respect that and I appreciate that. And I think it was incredible performance by those guys. So thank you so much. And for all the other players, thank you so much for everything that you guys have done. And speaking of things that you have done, I want to try to talk about a couple factors that I don't do on my streams. I kind of keep it on a Discord. But if you're still watching and you're a player, you know, players complain about everything, right? My job is to be a customer service rep, but overall, my job is to organize an esports organization, help run events that can showcase the teams, give you guys an outlet to be able to have exposure, help manage and keep that as best as possible. When players complain that it's taking too long between rounds, for example, that was one of the complaints that I just read from somebody. Understand, you are the reason why the teams don't start to play matches. I don't want to sit and talk for 30 minutes between rounds, but if a team doesn't ready up, your team doesn't have their team name on there, doesn't get into the lobbies, and you know, pretty much just sloppy, it creates sloppiness for everybody. Okay, this is not a healthy way of being, and this is not okay. And this is where you guys can help us. Okay, even though these are just the community events, we haven't got to the majors or anything big yet, it is still just as important to have you a part of this family. And what's funny is I'm singling out very few of you. There's a lot of great teams and players that are very professional, and EA, Respawn, and all of the companies that show me love and support. You know, we talk through DMs on Twitter or email or wherever we are, and I appreciate y'all love and support. And some of these players have gotten signed, some of them have gotten other deals with people off of these things. There's a lot of great players. So if I'm talking to you about one bad thing you do, just fix it. Be a part of the greatness that exists from these people who, you know, decide to be great on their own. You know, everything is in there for you guys to understand, whether it's the rules, and so on. So you gotta be great. And this isn't all about the way you play. You don't have to be the best team to be a great player for the organization and to be able to excel for people to see you. Showing up consistently, improving, getting better, it's a big deal. And we welcome everybody to come on board, and I'm here to help. That's my job. It's to provide the service for everybody's esports wise. And I do the best that I can and offer the best that I can. I want to check out these scores in a second and see how did this all end. Of course, we know the winners, but I do want to give y'all a quick look into the stats so that you can enjoy it. And I do believe they're done. Whew. We're going to end the stream shortly because I'm exhausted. I don't want to talk anymore. I'm going to just lay down and watch a movie. You know what I'm going to watch? I'm going to watch Loki, guys. That's where I'm at with it. But that's a whole different topic. So these are the scores. Champions Legacy Tournament Series for today. Avengers, 133. It doesn't matter about how much points they scored because they won the whole tournament. Points are just a flex to show off that you could get a lot of points and you're a boss like that. So respect to them for winning and still having the most points. And then you, of course, you have Haunted, who was right there, so close. And then UMP. Shout out to all these teams. Hit that 30, DIB, Pug, Phantom, Kingsman, Inch, R99 South and North, Team Live, Sushi, Villains, and all of these teams just coming by and enjoying themselves. I hope you had a lot of fun. The point of it all is to have fun. I have fun organizing and enjoying myself, casting and watching gameplay and discussing it. It's a tough job to cast while I'm managing the teams where everybody has something to say, but I do my best. And 7 hours of nonstop talking, screaming into mics, dehydrated, and I'm exhausted. But I'm excited because tomorrow we do it all again. We're gonna have some incredible games tomorrow, big time stuff. And I'm just gonna go lay down and sleep. Probably won't go to sleep, actually. I'm probably gonna go put on a movie. But man, it was good, and you guys have been good, and I am grateful for everybody who's come on board for this. There's a great future for us, but it's only together that we can have that future. All right, so stick around, enjoy yourself. I am going to get up out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, for some more greatness. See you there.